watching. South Central Illinois Regional Workforce Training and Innovation Center. Would you please stand and rise and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
England.
Here.
Velasco.
Here.
Blue.
Here.
Haynes. Morales.
Here.
Sewell.
Here.
Okay, and
Perfect. Yes, we have Mr. Stokes here tonight, new director of the Career Center, to present the budget for you.
All right, so the budget was created.
Click the mic on for us. I think there should be a...
All right, so this budget was completed with a joint effort between myself, Dr. McLean, and Mrs. Ellis. So I'm just kind of going over some of the revenue highlights. So the CTE tuition we were able to cover with Kilton funds. We did not need to charge book fees this year. And then, of course, WorkSaver pledged their $10,000 again for the welding program. And then in other donations, totaling $81,000. We did just receive a $16,000 donation from HSHS to cover the sports health career pathway. We've received donations from Poetker, Lincoln Land Community College, and a few others, Carlinville Area Hospital. So that makes up that total, as well as $50,000 from Kilton Fund is in there, which is, I'll discuss where that's going on the expenditure slide. And then there has been discussion with the governing board of charging an assessment fee for $78,624, which would be split amongst enrollment, so charged per student based on however many students are enrolled from each district. CTEI, this is a rough estimate because we haven't received the CTEI allocation yet, hoping to receive that within the next week or two. JTED 2, so this is the last of the remaining grant funds that we have to spend before September, which we have a pretty solid plan of how we're going to expense those. And then the CEP grant, which we received. Yeah. And then Perkins grant, that is an accurate number. We did just receive the allocation for that last week. So any questions on revenue? Okay. So then CTEI and Perkins dollars, those are reflected. So CTEI is from the state budget. And that's based on enrollment numbers, which is based on the average of the last 3 years or current, whichever is higher. And the uses for this include equipment, consumables, instructional supplies, textbooks, and things like that. Perkins dollars, that's federal. So this is based on a federal formula, and this is mainly used for consumables, instructional supplies, and then textbooks. And then the CEP grant, so again, the Clean Energy Pathway grant. We did just receive that. So for year one, fiscal year 27, that's $217,376. So it is a 2-year grant. This will include partial salaries, equipment repair, and rental, the laborer's contract. Additionally, we pay the LLCC tuition for the industrial maintenance program. And then we also cover barrier reduction out of there. So we provide the students with gas cards. And then here's just a summary of the expenditures. As you can see, purchase services, that's where we pay our construction laborers out of, the audit, the utilities, salary and benefits, that's self-explanatory, supplies, textbooks, consumables, things like that. And then capital outlay, we have $61,000 in there for equipment. $50,000 of that is set aside for the construction laborers pathway, that was funded with the Kilton's grant. So we're looking at expanding that program. And then the other includes the tuition to LLCC for the industrial maintenance program. And that's the presentation. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Jamie.
okay, that concludes it, right? Mm-hmm. All right, that concludes the budget hearing. I need a motion to adjourn at 6:05 Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
Mark? Second, Mandy? This is just a voice vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Against? Okay, passes. All right. Now we're on to the regular board meeting. And call to order, and would be, roll call, please?
Abel. England.
Here.
Valesco.
Here.
Blue.
Here.
Kane. Borowski.
Here.
Hi, here.
Either one. Okay, we're on to the public portion of it, input. Seeing there's none, we're on to the citizen agenda, and I will turn it over to,
Sure. We would like to start with soccer tonight. Soccer, good. Might have a guest. Start with for our girls soccer.
is this soccer over here? Soccer coach here?
Yeah, she's there. She's there with the
Oh,
baby.
there she is. I didn't see her.
Check, check. Go. Looks like you have a helper. Yeah. Do you want to talk about boy.
Sorry, guys. I do have a guest with me tonight. I'm going to set him down. Maybe that'll occupy him a little more. This is my 10th season, and I feel like this program has definitely, over time, you have your years where things may not be your best season, and it's a building year. But the group of girls that I have now with Lonnie and Brian, it's just tremendous, and I couldn't be more grateful. I've said it over and over again to the families, to the girls, and I know we don't have everybody here. Quite a few girls could not make it because some are in Europe. I'm a little jealous. But thank you guys for all the support, and the board members, everybody. Thank you so much. We're hoping to do it again this coming year, or we plan to do it. So I'm going to just go through. Do you mean just go through? Okay. Come get it. Okay, perfect. Madison Betts, Justice Benny, Emily Buzik, Savannah Carl, Cheyenne Kobix, Catherine Cox, woo, Eva Essington, Maya Estelle, Allie Frericks, Lydia Grell. Lydia's here. Yeah, yep. Come back up here, Catherine. McKenna Harmon. She's actually at soccer. Kylie Hoover. Woo. Oh, Chloe Law. She's at soccer. Kendall Law. Adia Melcher. Matea Melcher. Lindsay Reed. Charlotte Reyes. Hallie Rogers. She's in Europe. Zoe Schmitz. Avery Stewart. Mel Vazzi. And Emma Widener, and she's in Europe too. But again, thank you guys, thank you girls. Congratulations, you deserve it.
I'd say go from the ball. Yeah, I'm not going to stand here.
will echo the great season for those girls. And then I think Coach Palmer is here for track.
What's that?
And
Yep. Girls state qualifiers.
Coach Robinson, you want to come up also? Okay, for the girls' team, we had 11 events qualified for state. Maggie Schwaben at 1,600, 3,200. Mona Crescent, 100, 200. Layden Warchel, 800. Brooke Ross, 400. Ava White, 300 hurdles. Kylie Hoover, high jump. 4x1 of Holly Falk, Lana Crest, Jada Carroll, Kylie Hoover. 4x2, Holly Falk, Jada Hoover, and Jada Carroll, Kylie Hoover, Lana Crest, and 4x4, Layden Warchel, Jada Carroll, Brooke Brosh, and Kylie Hoover.
yeah, oh yeah, you're good by yourself. Oh, sorry.
I'm Coach Robinson, the boys track coach. This is my third year coaching, as well as high school head coach. Was assistant for 7 years before that. Won our second straight sectional title. We were 2 points away from it being our third, my first year. This year we qualified 5 boys in 8 events. We qualified kids in the 100, 200, 4x1, 4x2, long jump, and triple jump. And then came home with 2 medals, Alec Roach in the 100 and the 200. Alec also broke our school record in both of those as well. And then our 4x2 consisting of a freshman, 2 sophomores, and a senior broke our school record in the 4x2. So that was very encouraging as well. None of them are here tonight, but I will go ahead and name them off. Andrew Boston, Jonathan Bowles, Alec Roach, Lucas Payne, Jackson Ray, and Brylan Martin. Only 2 of them are seniors. The rest of them will come back, so should be another good year for us next year.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night.
And you are welcome to stay for the board meeting, or you can leave if you would like to.
I think MJ might stay. Thank you, guys. I should have left him with his dad.
It's all right.
It's always nice to see littles.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we're on to the citizen consent agenda. Consent agenda. We've already been. Now we're on our way to the consent agenda. The proposed board motion is to approve the consent agenda as follows. Approve the early graduation request. Approve of the regular and closed session minutes from June 16th of 2026. Approve the deletion of closed session minutes from July 16th of 2024. Approve of the bills LCUSD 12 and the SCI Regional Workforce Training Center. Approve of the treasurer's report. Someone like to make a motion? So moved. David? Mandy, background?
Sure. You received the letter on the early grad. That is outside the timeline, but we do recommend approval for that. The bills payable for July total approximately $754,000. That is a little bit more than you're accustomed to because this is July. We also had that large math purchase plus all of the curriculum that we're updating for the next year. I think I mentioned this last month, but there are also several projects going on around the district. At the middle school, at the high school, new carpet, new floors being laid, and a new entrance at the middle school. So a lot of those expenditures, not all of them, did come out this month. The treasurer's report reflects an ending balance of approximately $18.3 million in all district funds, with approximately $15.5 million in operating funds and $1.7 million for capital projects. So we do recommend approval of the consent agenda.
Questions? Roll call? Aye.
Aye.
Borowski.
Aye.
Buell.
Aye.
Excuse me. Now we're on to new business. Proposed motion by the Board of Education. I that the above budget as attached be designated to the yearly budget for the South Central Illinois Regional Workforce Training and Innovation Center joint agreement for the fiscal year beginning July 1st of 2026 and ending June 30th of 2027. Somebody make a motion?
So moved.
David, second?
Second.
Mandy? Background?
I just want to thank Mr. Stokes as he's transitioned in. He's kind of hit the ground running, trying to learn all that comes with the Career Center and trying to make appearances around not just this area, but other areas to get to know people. And he's done a great job trying to learn what comes with the budget. So we recommend approval of the budget he presented.
Okay. Any questions? All right. Roll call? Aye.
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 Proposed motion by the Board of Education to approve the transfer of $345,276 from the Capital Projects Fund 60 to the Debit Service Fund 30 to pay debt certifications. Somebody make a motion? David, second?
Second.
Mandy? Background?
This is an annual accounting practice that allows a district to transfer from capital to debt service to pay those debt certificates. So we recommend approval.
Okay. Roll call? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, proposed motion by the Board of Education to approve the district's artificial intelligence guide. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David? Mandy? Background?
Yes. Over the past year, a committee of teachers, administrators, and of course our tech team have worked together to develop the district's first artificial intelligence guide. As AI continues to evolve rapidly, I would anticipate that we will continue to make changes to this policy. ISB did just release a nearly 500-page document to guide us in our AI intelligence. So we will review that and see if there are any changes to make, but this is a great starting point. There are pieces for both our teachers and our students when it comes to AI. So I want to thank everybody that served on that committee and will continue to serve on that committee. We recommend approval.
Roll call? Aye.
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 Proposed motion by the Board of Education to appoint Ms. Paula Dow Canton as the Title IX Coordinator for the district. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David, second?
Second.
Sorry.
Background?
Yes, I am currently in this role, and it was recommended in a training that the superintendent not be that Title IX coordinator, and that was confirmed with our attorney. So Ms. Del Canton agreed to serve in this role, and she's actually already signed up for her training, so we recommend approval.
Roll call? Aye.
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 Proposed motion by the Board of Education to appoint Ms. Jennifer Wall, Business Manager, as the alternate to the Mississippi Valley Employees Benefits Property Casualty Intergovernmental Cooperative Board of Directors for the 2026-2027 fiscal year. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David?
Second.
Mandy? Background?
Yeah, I would just like to say I didn't know anything was longer than the South Central Regional Innovation Center, but this is to replace Casey Wall as the interim and the alternate. I will still serve on the board, but this is just upkeeping those names, so we recommend approval.
Roll call? Aye.
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 Proposed motion by the Board of Education to approve the Parent and Family Engagement Policy for the Litchfield School District. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David, second. Mandy, background?
Yes, Ms. Thompson has worked on this as one of the documents that we have to have for work on all of our grants, but this also is actually perfect timing as this feeds right into our strategic plan and will allow us to form a family engagement committee that does include stakeholders, parents from the community. So this will just be our guiding document. So I want to thank Ms. Thompson for her work, and we recommend approval.
Roll call. Aye.
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 Okay, proposed motion by the Board of Education to approve the contracting agreement between Emergent Learning Center, LLC, and Litchfield School District for the 2026-2027 school year. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David? Second?
Second.
Jimmy? Background?
This is actually an agreement that you approved last year, but it ended last year, so we'll probably go year to year with this. If you remember, our RCBA resigned and took a position with this company, and we allowed her to continue to work with us to provide support for our staff. She was only here 3 days a week, but it was a great support for our staff and our students and our families, so we would like to extend that agreement for 1 more year, still at the 3 days a week option for the rest of this year, so we recommend approval.
Roll call. Aye.
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 Okay, proposed motion by the Board of Education to authorize FGM Architects to seek bids for the LCUSD 12 Unit Office Sprinkler System Project. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David, second? Second. Mandy? Background?
Yep, we do have Kevin here from FGMA. Thank you so much for being here. In case the board has any questions, I think he was making a trip back but the district has been working with FGM and WRF to try to ensure their unit office is up to code, and this is the first major project to make sure that this system, or this complex, has sprinklers in it in the case of an emergency as it's utilized regularly. So this board approval and the next are both part of that project. Do you guys have any questions for Kevin at all?
I do. My question is mostly about clarification. So because of, if we don't put in sprinkler systems, we no longer can use this building. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So that was more of my clarification is how we got to this point. And so that obviously this should have been caught sooner, but it wasn't. That's fine. And we're kind of in a pickle here that if we don't do this, we can't use this building. So
Yeah, what triggered it all was once students started coming into the building.
right,
Once it became student occupied, that's what triggered it, to bring it up.
right, which we have a higher standard to follow to protect the kids, obviously.
Yes.
So if they were just here, just our staff, then that wouldn't had been followed. Okay, it is the students, which is fine, I just want to
Well,
make
actually, I
sure.
just want to confirm that, because it's my understanding from the engineers that because this is a space that is used for gatherings, and the square footage that we have in this year complex, we're in a different code, so that if we did not do this, we could no longer use it for our musicals, for any of our gatherings. Okay, I just want to make sure to clarify that. We could potentially use that front space for our office space, but without updating the sprinkler system, we would not be up to code for our occupancy permit to continue to use this space for musicals, performances, board meetings, anything that brings the public into our facility. Am I right on that, Kevin? Thank you.
Yeah, public or the kids.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted clarification for.
Thank you. Great
Thank you.
question. Any other questions for Kevin or myself? Okay. We, of course, then recommend approval of the ability for them to go seek bids on the sprinkler system.
Roll call. Aye.
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 Proposed motion by the Board of Education to approve the design fee proposal from FGM Architects for the LCUSD 12 Unit Office Sprinkler System Project. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David, second? Second. Mandy, background?
This is just part of the design fee that they will get for putting us out to bid for that sprinkler system.
Roll call.
We recommend approval, sorry. Nope, I got
Roll call.
England,
Aye.
Belisco. Blue,
Aye.
Borowski,
Aye.
Proposed motion by the Board of Education to approve updates to the middle school, Litchfield Middle School extracurricular and athletic handbook. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David? Second. Mandy? Background?
I'll speak to the next one as well because it's a Litchfield High School extracurricular. This is an annual. Actually, our new athletic director, Joe Webb, is here this evening. I was texting him and another person who's hit the ground running, I think before July 1st, stepping into this role. So him and Mr. Logan work together to update their extracurricular codes and athletic handbooks, and they'll hold all of their coaches' meetings. We're also working to ensure that we're not just focusing on coaches, but our sponsors throughout the district to handle money or do any of those things, so they're receiving that same information. Our regular student handbooks will come before the board in August because, as we remember from last year, the state of Illinois likes to pass laws late in the year, and we don't get those updates until over the summer. And so with those 600 or so plus laws, we'll review those, and we'll have some new handbooks for you in August, but we recommend approval for both the middle school and the next high school handbook.
Roll
Thank you.
call. Aye.
Belisco.
Aye.
Aye.
Borowski.
Aye.
Proposed motion by the Board of Education to approve updates to the Litchfield High School extracurricular and athletic handbook. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David, second?
Second.
Mandy? Since we've already heard, we'll do roll call.
England,
Aye.
Belisco.
Aye.
Blue,
Aye.
Borowski.
Aye.
Aye.
Proposed motion by the Board of Education to approve the cooperative agreement between the Litchfield School District and the Mount Olive School District for high school boys soccer beginning of the 2026-2027 school year. Somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
David, second? Mandy, background?
Yep, this expands the successful cooperative we already have with Mount Olive in several sports. So I think it's 2 to 5 students that we're thinking will come over from Mount Olive. It doesn't change our class, as it doesn't with any other sport currently, so we recommend approval. I believe Mount Olive approved already. So, yeah.
Roll call?
England,
Aye.
Belisco.
Aye.
Blue,
Aye.
Borowski.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're on to informational items. The superintendent's report.
Sure, I don't have a lot except business office, and I've been super busy working and trying to learn some of those things and support the 2 new staff members. I did also want to share that the district, Miss Adamson and I had a meeting yesterday with Public School Works, who will be taking over our mandated trainings. We've currently used Bushu HR, but we've worked with the union on that, and so we think it'll be a little bit easier for all of our staff to do their mandated trainings. I'm sure some of you have those in your jobs too. We have a few. Also, registration opened for returning students, so that was pushed out on social media. We've already gotten several calls on that, and our offices open again on Monday, so we'll be welcoming everybody back starting Monday into the district. We also received 7 more FOIA requests from the data branch I've gotten 2 more since I wrote this, from last board meeting and this board meeting. They are typically asking us for a variety of vendors and whether or not we've used those vendors, so we just have to search and make sure we have, and if we haven't, of course, we let them know that. If we have, then we have to determine if we have any contracts, and we have to tell them how much we've spent on them. So we have been fulfilling all of those requirements. We did receive, one of those FOIA requests was for all purchase orders from 2022 to the present date. We also sent that information as we normally do. The last one we received was from Upgrade, asking for information about our district buildings and utilities, kind of any assessments that we've had done. What we sent them was the capital needs assessment that we send ISB, and they also asked for our utility bills. So Ms. Pomato put together our utility bills for the last 12 months, and we sent that to them. So you can imagine that with some new business people in the office and trying to work through that many FOIA requests has been a joyful experience. I'm looking forward to seeing the students and the staff return. It'll kind of bring a little bit of change of excitement here at the district, but that is all I have this evening.
Okay. The Board of Education needs to enter into the closed session for the following: the appointment the appointment and employment compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district or legal counsel for the district, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee or against counsel for the district to determine its validity. And the other one. Discuss of the minutes of the meetings lawfully closed, whether for proposal of approval by the body of the minutes or semi-annual review for the minutes as mandated by Section 206. Somebody want to make a motion? David, second. Mandy? We are in closed session at 6:31. Okay. Sorry.